Since my childhood, I loved horror and stories about the paranormal. I read Stephen King and was obsessed with the series Supernatural. My best friend Andre constantly makes jokes about me. One day, we were walking past the old insane asylum, and suddenly, Andre ran inside. A few minutes later, he came out with some kind of box and threw it at me. I would hear whispering and rustling. Sometimes it seemed like someone was scraping the windows. One day, my parents went to my aunt's, and I was left alone for the entire weekend. I got really scared, but decided not to show it in front of Andre. In the middle of the night, I felt something moving under me. I felt a light touch on my legs, arms, and back. I turned on the light right away, but no one was in the room. The following night, I couldn't fall asleep. I felt the mattress with my hand, and something bit me. When I woke up,
Situations like that repeated over the following years. At home, this topic seemed to be closed forever. I noticed that he had started to take better care of his appearance, but all my pathetic words about in memoriam of my dear mom. Nancy was 10 years younger than my father, and she cooked delicious food. In the evenings, my father and her spent time together. She loathed traditional medicine, saying it was cruel, helpless, and full of lies. Took the box out into the garden and burned it.
She began to act a little weird, but she never helped me around the house. It's embarrassing to admit. After work, like an idiot. 2 years passed by very quickly, and I had to face Candace and her expect. One day, I sent Steve a provocative picture. I noticed that the picture had been emailed to... The next day, I had to explain to my boss that it was... My colleagues still remind me of that incident. Steve also took her aside and assumed that it gets worse.
And even now, she wasn't at home to pick up a rare artifact. Nancy had to do it personally so that to preserve its healing energy. All of this nonsense to me until I interrupted him. Screamed that he would never go to those scammers. We started to argue, but I saw that he was almost suffocating, just from a loud conversation. Something about the fact that Nancy had turned him into a zombie and was literally killing him. I stopped listening to him.